It's L to the I to the B to the R to the A. It's Libra. Gang, gang. What's up, my beautiful Libras? I love you and I miss you. I hope that you guys are doing well. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe button for me. My website is down right now. If you guys would like to book me, you're going to have to email me. But I will go ahead and post that information in the description box, okay? So you guys can book me, all right? Thank you for tuning in always, Libras. You guys are one of my number one fans on my platforms, and I love you guys. So let's go ahead and get you a weekly love message. It is Wednesday, August the 19th. It's currently 10:27 p.m. A lot of you guys will be seeing it tonight or most likely August the 20th, Thursday. Okay. But whatever the case is, I want you to know I love you so much. All right, Libra. So let's get into love. Sati. A slow burn conflicts. Okay. Tension is gradually growing. Y'all could be dealing with a Gemini. Somebody literally could be born 1981, born on the 10th, the 28th. Lost and transit signal. Okay. So I feel like somebody, what they're saying is not lining up with their actions. Okay. Ooh, wee. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So basically, their actions are not aligning. Hold on. So basically, for you guys this week, y'all don't want to hear a bunch of rah rah. You want people to show up and show you. Okay? People need to be putting their money where their mouth is. Some of y'all could be going on the 22nd, the 23rd. Let's see. You guys could feel like you're out of sync with your person. Maybe even you have been trying to telepathically communicate, or the telepathic communication is not even landing, okay, properly. Okay? I feel like you guys, you feel like you feel like this week, okay, this week only, that you and your person are not in alignment. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius. We have a Taurus, Gemini, Leo, okay, Pisces. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay. I do feel like something about the connection this week feels delayed. Okay. There's a delayed response, a delayed reaction, a delayed answer. Okay. Or things are put up, they're on pause right now. 333. I feel like it's out of your control, or maybe you guys feel like it's out of your control. Okay. Something is being taught here. And I ain't even gonna lie, it's showing up this week because somebody, either you or them, has one foot in and one foot out. Okay. There's limited access. Are you not opening up to this person, or do you feel like they're not including you in their world? Okay, we'll get into it in a second. If you have made it this far in a message, don't be a monitoring spirit, Libra. Go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this person is actually feeling about you at this time. Libra, how are they feeling? They don't feel like you have left them out in the cold per se, but they do feel like things are up in the air. Okay, this week with the Hangman. Could be a Leo. I also have Taurus here. Could be a Gemini. All right. Let me see. Knight of Pentacles. They feel like you're not apologetic either, or you don't care. Some of y'all, this could be miscommunication. Okay? So miscommunication could be causing problems. Okay, in this dynamic with this person. Okay? I feel like the key is, I don't know if you've been in this energy before with this person. So their approach to this situation is like, oh, Libra be all right. This is what we do. We go through this all the time. But why do I feel like, Libra, you're kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to be happy with this. Yeah. So, damn. This person kind of feels like, oh, they're not really leaving you out in the cold. Yes, things might be up in the air. Okay. But at the same time, they're not getting the memo. It's kind of like they're not seeing what part they play in it. They're fine. I feel like they're happy because the way that you're showing up for them makes them feel good about themselves. Okay, but they are hurting you. And I promise you, this person goes back between being aware and not really knowing what they're doing. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Ooh, wee. And it's because even though they know they need to change, they're not willing to fully take accountability. Okay? They kind of been getting by with this for a long time as well. A Scorpio can be significant. We got Aquarius, a Libra, a Gemini. I feel like this person wants time. I do feel like in their mind, they kind of feel like, oh, yeah, I am going to make the changes. But when I'm ready, they might even say some shit like, oh, you can't force me to change. Seven of Swords. And they're right, but you don't have to put up with that shit. And I feel like this is what's going to become a dilemma. All right? Damn it. What do they view as a challenge right now in this connection? Justice. They why is justice here as their challenge? Because I feel like even though they know right from wrong, they are willing to let you suffer to a certain extent to make a point, which is very unhealthy for a connection, Libra. Okay, is what this is saying. So yeah, what's their next actions towards you? What's their next actions here, Libra? They got Two of Wands, Empress card. Okay, so I feel like they're turning it back. They're back on this right now. And they're watching to see how you're going to react. This person could be testing an emotional boundary this week. Okay, even though they know that they want this connection, I do feel like this week you have hit like this stalemate energy where you are definitely feeling like they are testing your fucking gangsta this week, Libra. And it's like, oh, hell no. Okay, you like, yeah, see, bitch, I see you. They want you to, okay, know that they're confident stepping up the cookies, okay, applying this type of pressure. And basically, energetically, they're like, oh, what are you going to do about it? Damn. Well, Libra, let me see how you are actually feeling about this person right now. How are you actually feeling about them? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You do want to be with them, but you would like them to step up. You ignore certain things, but make sure you're not doing that because you want to be in a relationship. Because what's the point of being in a relationship if it's actually not fulfilling? Some of you guys are like, oh, well, it's not that bad. Okay, maybe we'll grow out of it. Oh, I remember when I used to be like that. Okay, Spirit is saying the judgment is a little off about this situation because some of you guys are not being honest. You are not happy, okay, about the way that this person is showing up. But a lot of you guys are trying to keep the peace. And it's because you already know that they're not going to admit to their faults. Some of you guys kind of are afraid to even address something because I feel like you feel like this will turn into something else. All right. So I feel like you're holding down the fort still this week, even though it's getting a little hard collectively. What is a challenge for you at this time in the connection? Being able to manifest because this person is a hurt motherfucker. Okay? They project a lot of pain. So you feel like you guys can't progress or get to the next level. Okay? There could be a difference in spiritual beliefs as well. You feel like you have everything you need and y'all have everything you need. Actually, this could be a successful connection, but this person is letting their heartache or their pain get in the way. Okay, why you got manifestation? Because you've been trying to manifest a certain level or something with this person and you feel like you're waiting. Damn, you feel like all my life I had to fight when it comes to this person. Okay, so let's see what their next actions are towards you, Libra. What's this person's next actions towards you, please? Queen of Cups. Okay. I do feel like they want to express how they are disappointed. They are going to have a pity party for themselves before they try to have a new beginning. Okay? They're going to lick their inner childhood wounds during this time. They are going to hold back from you. Okay? I feel like they are going to fall back from this. And then they'll eventually come in, but it'll still be in a controlled manner. Okay, and they'll still be overthinking. Damn. So what advice would Spirit like to give you guys about this week? What advice would Spirit like to give you guys about this week? A peaceful solution will come to fruition in the near future. This situation will improve, but for now, you're going to have to let it go. Okay? For your own sanity. And stop worrying about things that are out of your control. It's saying within the next few weeks, this person will reconsider their approach or how they are showing up in this connection. Okay. All right, Libra. That got a little juicy. Not to say that drama is juicy, but I mean, damn. The tea was getting a little hot, honey. All right, so let's close you guys out with a quickie versus them. All the way from my beautiful Aries to Pisces. If you are dealing with an Aries, my beautiful Libra, what's the tea? They want a serious commitment with you. They ready to give up their whole card. Okay. If you guys are dealing with a Taurus, they are going to keep things surface level. Okay. Taurus is going down a rabbit hole about something else. All right. So you won't be able to reach them on a deep emotional level right now. Libra is dealing with a Gemini. Gemini is struggling with addictions. They're under some type of spiritual warfare. They're under some type of spiritual attack. Okay. If you guys are dealing with a Cancer, Libra, I feel like they want you to let your guard down, but I don't feel like you can trust them. They are going to try to love bomb you. Okay, they kind of feel like it's been enough time. You should be over it. Damn. If you're dealing with the Leo, I feel like they got a lot going on. But for starters, they're getting advice, okay, from an elder parent. They're also going to familiar places hoping to run into you this week. Libra, if you guys are dealing with a Virgo, y'all could have a pregnancy scare with a Virgo. All right. Ooh, and they think you big mama or big daddy anyway, so they wouldn't mind, child. If you guys are dealing with another Libra placement, let's see. What does Libra have? Oof. I feel like they have baggage with the karmic energy. They're trying to transform from that situation, but it's going to be a little hard for them. Okay. If you guys are dealing with a Scorpio, they're going through a transformation as well. They feel like you are a soulmate. So get ready for them to give you this lecture about how they think you're their person. All right. If you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius, ooh wee. I feel like they do feel like you're the one. They have to get their money right first. Now they're ready. All right, Libra, if you guys are dealing with a Capricorn, cheater exposed overseas. Ooh, they could switch up, okay, because they got their eyes or somebody else, or they're going to be trying to entertain somebody else. So watch out for this energy. If you guys are dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, okay, they secretly need to heal themselves still. Okay, they're wearing a mask about how they feel, but they also could feel like you need to grow the fuck up too. Okay. If you guys are dealing with a Pisces, my beautiful Libra, spiritually guided, candle magic. They feel spiritually guided towards you. Damn, they don't know if you put a love spell on them or not because they are overly obsessed. It kind of scares them a little bit. But damn, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Till next time, family. Bye.